Hey guys, thank you so much for taking the time and watching today's video. I'm so excited because today's video is going to be the first meal prep with me video that I'm going to be doing here at my new house. So that's very exciting, just to be in my new kitchen and have more space to just have more space. But yeah, today we are going to be making my high protein French toast casserole, which is a staple for me. I love to have this one stocked in my fridge. I honestly will have this in my fridge probably 75% of the time. When I run out, I find myself falling off track with my weight loss journey, because I reach for this as a quick and easy snack, or I eat it for breakfast. It's a great pre or post workout snack. All the recipe information will be down below if you need to refer back, and the macros will be down there as well. But basically it comes in at 260 calories per serving and 30 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fat, and 36 grams of protein. So it definitely will keep you satiated for a long time because it is such a good amount of protein. So not a whole lot I wanted to say here in the intro. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the meal prep. I'm starting off with my glass baking dish, spraying that with my nonstick cooking spray, setting that aside, and then I'm going in with my cinnamon raisin bread, taking 10 slices of that, and I'm actually taking this bread out of the freezer. So it's straight out of the freezer. It is frozen. It probably has been thawed for only a few minutes, only the time it took me to get all the other ingredients out and ready to go. And as you can see, I'm just cubing the bread into these little pieces. So basically I'll just cut the bread in half, turn it, cut it in half again, keep doing that until it gets into these little square sizes. You can cut the bread however you want, as long as you get a similar look, a similar result here to these sizes of the bread cubes. The reason I like to work with the bread frozen, well, it's actually a few different reasons. The main reason is because it makes it easier to cut the bread. When you're working with soft room temperature bread, it just gets too mushy and it's just hard to cut, and then you have to really work hard to break the bread apart, and it just takes too long to cut. So I find when it's frozen, it cuts a lot easier and doesn't smash together as much. So it's easier to break the bread apart, and it just goes a lot faster and a lot smoother. Also, because I personally make this recipe so often, it's just easy to keep, to buy the bread in bulk at Costco or Sam's Club, to keep it in the freezer. We have a big freezer out in our garage, so that's where it lives. And just to grab one of the loaves of bread whenever you need it, whenever I'm about ready to make this recipe. So this is how it should be looking at this point. Get it all in there, and then you're gonna set that pan to the side. Grab a big mixing bowl, a large size. Take some vanilla, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, put that in there. And then this next step is optional. It's gonna be your almond extract. So I love sweetness. I love almond extract. So I like to add 2 teaspoons of almond extracts. Again, totally optional. If you don't like it extra sweet, don't add it. And then you're gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Get that in there. And then take about 4 teaspoons of cinnamon. I don't measure mine because at this point I can just eyeball it, to be honest. So I just sprinkle enough in there. And then you're gonna go in with your protein of choice. I'm using this Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard Whey Protein, and I have the flavor birthday cake. When I first started making this recipe, I started by using the vanilla flavor, and then one time I went to my little girl is wanting my attention. I went to make the recipe and I was out of vanilla, and so I just went ahead and used what I had on hand, which was birthday cake. And it turned out that it was actually quite amazing and delicious. So I'm using birthday cake whey protein. So next we're taking 2 cups of egg whites, or 16 ounces, and dumping that in there. And then also 2 cups or 16 ounces of unsweetened almond milk. and just putting that in there. And I wanted to shout out this measuring cup. It's pretty awesome because it shows you the measurements from like a bird's eye view, so you don't have to actually get like level with it, eye level with it. It's really neat. I can find it and link it below for you. It's really cool. And then take a whisk and whisk that all together, or you could take an electric mixer, like an electric hand mixer, or if you're really bougie and you have like a really nice like cake, you know, the one, a countertop mixer, you can use that one, but I just do the manual labor with the whisk here. I would definitely recommend a larger whisk to get the job done. I really like this balloon size whisk here. I think it's by the brand OXO. I just find that the brand OXO or OXO has a lot of great kitchen gadgets and utensils that I love. And then you're gonna go ahead and take the mixture and just pour it right over the breadcrumbs that we set aside. So get that all on there. And then what you can do is you can let this sit in the fridge for like a half an hour. You can actually put it in the fridge overnight and bake it the next morning. But because I just don't want to do that and I want to bake it right away, I'm just going to go ahead and take my whisk and just go in there, go to town, and make sure all those bread cubes that we made are like saturated and have that liquid mixture on there. Make sure they're like soaked up enough that they're not gonna like all float to the top when they are in the oven. And then you want to bake it for 40 minutes at 350. So it's gonna actually get really puffy in the oven. So don't worry, don't be alarmed. As it starts to cool down, like once it's done baking, just let it sit and it will calm down. And then it will look something quite like this. And so once it's all cooled down, ready to go, we're gonna start slicing it up, and this will make 8 serving sizes. So I'm just gonna cut it in half and then half again, basically just cutting it into 8 equal sizes. And I like the glass pan versus like the metal pan, because when you cut obviously into a metal pan, it rips up the non-stick coating and it ruins your pan. So that's why I recommend a glass pan, because you don't have to worry about it. You can cut it just right inside the pan and not worry about ruining it. And then sometimes you just have to go around it, the edges, just to, you know, get it to be non-sticking to the sides. And then I have these plastic containers. These are from the brand Target. They're by Up and Up, or excuse me, they're from Target by the brand Up and Up, and they fit these serving sizes just perfectly. This is what it should look like. Nice and thick and hearty and satisfying. Pretty good portion for only 260 calories and so much protein, 36 grams of protein. So they fit perfectly. I've had these plastic containers for probably close to a year now. They wash up really well in the dishwasher and I just enjoy them. They're super affordable. Like I think it's a 5-pack for a couple bucks. So I will link those below. But anyway, I'm just putting those away to pop in the fridge. And basically this recipe will last you probably like 5 days in the fridge. I have gone like 7, but this is a recipe you don't want to let sit in there too long. You know, the first couple of days it will be the freshest. But yeah, you can, it's a great one where you can make ahead and bake like the next day, like prep it the night before, bake it the next day. So that's basically how you make high protein French toast casserole. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know if you have any questions. Leave those down below and I'll definitely get back to you on those. If you are new here and you enjoyed this video and you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing before you go. I do post this type of content, meal prep with me videos, what I eat in a day type videos, my stuff for my weight loss journey, of course, beauty videos, lifestyle videos, a little bit of everything. So yeah, I would love to have you. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys later. Bye.